So if I were to ask you what time should I be at church, we might get quite a few different responses, right? When I wake up, I roll into my clothes and get out the door, and that's about right. Be at church at 9:30 a.m. on the dot. I don't know who says that. I think everyone knows who says that. Be at church before the music starts, but after the awkward hellos. Be at church when you can walk in with the masses and slip by the zealous ushers at the door. Whatever your response is, we have a pretty good idea when church begins or when the service begins. But I've been lately quite enamored with the way the Lord speaks about time. When the Lord speaks of time, it's often reminding us to be ready. In Matthew 25:13, he says, "So you too must keep watch, for you do not know the day or the hour of my return." And also earlier in Matthew 24:42 through 44, he says, "So you too must keep watch, for you don't know what day your Lord is coming. Understand this, if a homeowner knew exactly when a burglar was coming, he would keep watch and not permit his house to be broken into. You also must be ready all the time, for the Son of Man will come when you least expect it." But if we don't know the hour or the time, how can we be prepared? This is where we realize that God's ways are far above us. Time is quite different to God. If we were to be on his timetable, we need to think like him. How do we think like him? We get to know him, we study him, we have relationship with him, we read his word, we obey him, and we trust him. If we don't have the concept of his time, then we must trust him and his word. His word says a lot about time that has some drawn out instructions. Like in Luke 21:34 through 36, "Watch out, don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness, and by worries of this life. Don't let the day catch you unaware, like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on earth. Keep alert at all times, and pray that you might be strong enough to escape the coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man." And in 1 Thessalonians 5:4 through 6, "But you aren't in the dark about these things, dear brothers and sisters, and you won't be surprised when the day of the Lord comes like a thief. For you are all children of the light of the day. We don't belong to the darkness and night. So be on your guard, not asleep like others. Stay alert and be clear-headed." And 2 Peter 3:11 through 14, "Since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, the holy and godly lives should live, looking forward to the day of God and hurrying it along. On that day, he will set the heavens on fire and the elements will melt away in flames. But we are looking forward to new heavens and new earth he has promised, a world filled with God's righteousness. And so, dear friends, while you are waiting for these things to happen, make every effort to be found living peaceful lives that are pure and blameless in his sight." I don't know about you, but I don't want anyone to be caught like the 5 bridesmaids in Matthew 25 that were thinking about other things and not keeping their focus on God. I also came across something recently about God's timing that was amazing, something to look forward to. In Zechariah 2:8, it starts, "After a period of glory." Like, how long is that? What is that? Reading that was so astonishing, thinking about what that means. A period of glory, not tied to a set number of years, indefinite, the eternal state of believers in the presence of God, forever and ever. Glory signifies God's eternal, limitless presence. Mind-blowing. I'm a proud citizen of the United States, but this world is not my own. I am first a citizen of heaven, and if I am heaven-bound, I better get used to God's timing. Perhaps there's something to be said about that person who rolls out of bed and goes.